Hey everybody, it's Lavender Town, and today I wanted to talk to you about drawing tablets. I get a lot of questions about what tablet I'm using and just about drawing tablets in general, so I thought it would be great to make a video about it. And also, at the end, I'm going to review 3 different tablets that I currently own, all at wildly different price points and different designs, and yeah, I just thought that might be helpful for you guys. So before I get into the reviews, I thought I'd talk a little bit about what you should look for in a tablet, and so I'll just stop rambling and get started on that. So basically, when you're looking at a tablet, there's a few things you should look for. You want to make sure that it has good pen pressure enabled. Basically, just look in reviews to make sure that everybody's down with the pen pressure and that it's working really nicely. And another big thing for me is buttons. You definitely want it to have at least 2 customizable buttons. So usually a tablet will have 2 on the pen, ideally, and then you might even want more, so like a few buttons on the tablet as well. The reason you want to do this is basically you don't want to constantly be tapping on your keyboard when you're trying to work. It makes it a lot faster if you just have a button you can press that undoes the line or makes a new layer or something like that. Another thing you want to look for is if you're left-handed, you want to make sure that this is a tablet that you can use as a left-handed person. If there's buttons to one side, you want to make sure that you can flip it around so that the buttons are where your right hand is. Seems like a small thing, but it would literally make them pretty much useless if you're left-handed and you can only have the buttons on the left because your hand is already full with the pen. Another thing you want to think about is the size of the tablet. Are you going to be traveling with it a lot? If you are, then you might want to get a smaller one. It seems crazy sometimes to people that you might actually want to get a smaller tablet than you could afford or that's available, but honestly, if you're using it every day like I do and you're taking it to school every day and you need to take it on airplanes and stuff, making sure not to get too huge of a tablet is kind of important. I know there's some Cintiqs out there that are like 37 inches or something ridiculous like that, and as jealous as I am of those, I think I would probably not purchase one that's quite that large, just because you can't really carry it around with you very easily. The other thing you can do is get 2 tablets, one for travel and one for staying at home if you're willing to invest a lot of change into that. But yes, the size can make a huge difference in the usability of your tablet. Another thing you could think about is, do you want one with a screen or do you want one without a screen? So basically, most of the cheaper tablets do not have a screen you're drawing on directly. Basically, you are looking at the computer and you're drawing down in your lap or on your table, and you're not looking at your hand while you draw. It takes some getting used to, and a lot of people find it kind of off-putting. So if you think that's something you're really going to struggle with, you might want to save up extra to do one that has a screen on it. It used to be that the only type of tablet that had a screen was the Cintiq from Wacom, but that has now changed. There's a bunch of competitors now, so the price has gone down a little bit. But that being said, it doesn't take as long as you might think to get used to the non-screen tablets. It definitely has a learning curve, and you can feel a little clumsy at first, but if you can't afford a screened one, don't worry about it. You definitely can learn to use the other type. I learned to use my Intuos back when I was just a kid, and I really, it's very natural to me now, so don't worry about it too much. The other thing you want to consider is what sort of ports are on it. Like most tablets, they connect to your computer with a USB cord. I would say that that's pretty much the best way to connect to your computer. Some even have extra ports, so that can be cool. Look into that, see what's available. Some tablets you can even make wireless if you'd like. That's usually something you have to add in with a kit, but it's definitely interesting if you don't like wires. So that basically covers the basics I wanted to talk about. Let's get into the reviews. So the first tablet I'll be reviewing is the CV720 Ugee tablet. This was sent to me from gearbest.com. It's not a paid sponsorship or anything, but they did send it to me for free, and I was really happy because I've never gotten to use a non-Wacom tablet before, and I thought it would be good for you guys to see one that's not quite so expensive as the others I have. So as you can see here, it's not a huge tablet, but it's a pretty comfortable size for having on your lap. It will connect to your computer with a USB cable, which is really nice. It also has a pretty standard tablet pen. It's got 2 hotkeys on it, which is nice. No eraser, but those hotkeys could be programmed to be undo or whatever you need them to be. It also came with this little pen holder, and inside are actually replacement nibs, which is great because they do wear out and become really sharp and they can scratch your tablet. So do make sure to replace your nibs if you've been drawing with them a lot. It also comes with a little cord to charge your pen. I had never actually had a tablet where the pen needed to be charged before, so this was kind of an interesting surprise for me. Luckily, I found that with very little charging time, it got fully powered up and I didn't have to worry about it running low again. But I believe if it does run low, the little light that you see there will turn red, or it'll just stop working or something. I actually haven't had it power all the way down yet. It's got quite a long battery life on it. My next tablet I'm going to review is the Intuos 4 Medium. I've had it since I was 15 and I love it to death. I covered it in stickers, so try to ignore that. And I also, as you can see, it's been brutally used. I've worn through 2 different layers of surface. Basically, I literally just scraped it off by drawing on it so much. So yeah, it's definitely lasted me really well. It also has a USB cable that comes with it, and it's super long. And then it has a similar pen to the Ugee one, but it also has an eraser. And it has those 2 hotkeys as well. I have had to replace the pen once, but otherwise the tablet has lasted me this entire time. They are quite expensive to replace though. They're about $100 to replace, so keep that in mind. Take care of your pens. It also came with a little pen holder, but I didn't have it with me at the time. This tablet is from Wacom, and to buy it new, it's $300, so a little bit more pricey. The last tablet I'll be reviewing is the Cintiq Companion 2. It's also from Wacom, and it costs about anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. This is a bit of a different type of tablet, basically. It has its own computer inside of it, so you can run full Adobe software like Photoshop and Animate, and basically it's made for you to be able to draw and do digital work wherever you go without any restrictions. You can go on the internet, you can do basically whatever you want. And I just got it recently, so maybe I'll do another review on it in the future after a couple of years when I've had more time to play with it. But I wanted to show it to you guys now because I just think it's really cool. It came with this nice little travel case that holds the pen and a bunch of nibs and the little ring thing. And yeah, it's all made for traveling, which I really appreciate because I have to take my drawing tablet with me every day to school, so appreciate that. And as you can see, you just draw right on the screen. It's very natural feeling because you can actually see what you're drawing. You don't have that gap that you usually have with a digital drawing tablet. And it has an eraser just like the Intuos, so you can just flip it around and erase like you would with a pencil, which I really like. It's a lot easier than constantly clicking on the eraser tool. It also has a lot of customizable buttons. So for example, the top of that ring I have programmed to be an undo button. And I've programmed all of them basically to be really easy little buttons for me to use. There's also a lot of peripheral stuff like this little keyboard. I recommend getting that as well. It's like a Bluetooth keyboard and it makes things a little bit easier. There's also this cord that comes with it. You just plug both of these plugs into your computer and then it works like a regular Cintiq, meaning that you're using your computer to actually do the computing power, and you just use the Cintiq to draw on, so it'll mirror your display. So before I wrap this video up, I thought I'd just really quickly summarize the pros and cons of each of the tablets that I have just reviewed and shown to you guys. So with this first one, I would say the main pros are that it's very inexpensive, it's super easy to travel with because it's very light, it's a good size for taking to class. And I think it has, the fact that it has hotkeys on the pen even at such a low price point is really impressive. The main cons I would say are just that you have to plug in the pen. That's the only real thing that I would say I didn't love about it. The other thing is the pen pressure is slightly less precise than I'm used to, but all in all I think it's a really strong tablet for the price. For the Intuos 4, I would say the main pros are that it has tons and tons of customizable buttons and a scrolling wheel, which I really like for zooming in and out of my artwork. I also like how light it is and thin it is for its size. And the main cons I would say are that the port where you plug in your USB cable is a little bit fragile. That one of them broke on me quite quickly after I received it, and I have had to replace the pen. But all in all, like, this tablet is quite sturdy and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I'm quite fond of it. And for the Cintiq Companion 2, the pros are basically that it's just an excellent machine. I really love it. It has tons and tons of ports on the side, which is really convenient, especially if you're using it as a computer as well as a tablet. The pen pressure is fantastic. It's really intuitive to draw on. It has a really nice surface to draw on as well. Like, it feels sort of papery, which is you wouldn't expect from a screen, but it definitely does. My only real complaints about it are that it's a bit heavy, and also that a lot of things go upside down on it when you're using it for a left-handed person, because it's not up and down symmetrical like the Intuos is. But all in all, I really love it. It's been a dream come true to use. So, you know, if you're a professional and that's something that you think you could afford, I would definitely recommend it. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. So I wanted to mention real quick, you guys, we've reached 100,000 subscribers. That's amazing. I can't believe that this community has gotten so huge in such a small amount of time. Thank you everyone for subscribing to me, whether you're new or old. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you keep enjoying my content. I want to make you guys something special for a celebration type video, and I thought I'd just ask you what is it that you most want to see from me. It can be anything. There's no wrong answers. And yeah, just please comment them below or upvote other people's comments if you see one that you really like. And then I'll pick out the top few and make that video, and yeah, we can all celebrate together. So thank you again for watching my video, and I'll see you next week. This video was sponsored by my patrons, including Den, Adrian Delport, Adrian Morales, @LivesLikesToDraw, Paynamel, Kate Meekins, Caitlin Foss, and Muffins McGee. Thank you guys so much for your support.